everybody, and welcome to my show not tell writing tips, and this is suitable for all Key Stage 2 pupils. Let's begin. Okay, I have got 3 sentences here that all are showing us how a character is feeling. What I'd like you to do is help me to discover what the sentences are telling us. So let's look at the first one. Rosie started to shiver and rubbed her hands together to keep warm. Have a think to yourself, what is this sentence telling me about Rosie right now? Well, this sentence is showing me that Rosie is cold. How do we know that she's cold? Well, there's a few things that give it away. The fact that she is shivering and that she's rubbing her hands together. Okay, let's look at the next one. Bob's tummy started to churn and he was beginning to break out into a cold sweat. How do you think Bob is feeling? What is this sentence showing us about how he is feeling? This sentence for me is implying that Bob is scared. And how do I know that? Well, because his tummy is churning and he's got a cold sweat as well. Okay, let's look at the next one. As Rosie shook his hand, her palms felt clammy. Now, clammy means sweaty. As Rosie shook his hand, her palms felt clammy. So what is this sentence showing me about how Rosie is feeling? Well, this sentence is showing me that poor Rosie is also scared. Rosie is scared. Okay, how do we know Rosie is scared? What is it in that sentence that suggests that? So for me, it's the fact that her palms felt clammy, because often when you get sweaty hands, it might mean you're a bit scared or a bit nervous, okay? So all 3 of these sentences are showing us how you can show through your writing without actually telling. And yet, as readers, I'm sure all of you were able to tell me, or tell the screen exactly how the character was feeling through your inference skills. Okay, so that's really what we're looking at today, the showing, not telling technique. Let's have a look at some more examples. This time we have got the tell sentence. So he was happy. A very boring sentence here. How can we show that somebody or a character is really happy? You can think about a few things. Maybe you can think about what is their face doing? What might their body be doing? What's their voice doing? How can we show someone's happy without telling them, the reader, that he was happy? Let's have a go. I'm going to put his smile broadened from ear to ear. His smile broadened from ear to ear. So this is showing me through his face how he's feeling without saying he was happy. Okay, what's his body doing? Well, his body, if you're really happy, you could put he clapped. He clapped his hands together. And if he's also really happy, he might say and jumped up and down with joy. Fantastic. Okay, and what might his voice be doing if he's really happy? I might put he giggled. He giggled and squealed. He giggled and squealed with excitement. Okay. Oh, I've made a spelling error there. That's not how you spell squealed, Mrs. Wilson. There we go. He giggled and squealed with excitement. All 3 of these are showing sentences They're not telling us, but we're very clever and we can infer and we can figure out what this is telling us through the writing. Let's look at the next one. She was angry. Okay, this is just telling me something. Again, quite key stage 1 level sentence. We can make this a lot better by showing how somebody is angry. So let's start again with the face. If you're very angry, what might your face be doing? Have a think. Maybe you could even look in the mirror right now and do an angry face. What's happening to your face? I'm going to put her cheeks turned red and her eyebrows narrowed, so her eyebrows got close together. Okay, what's her body doing? If you're really angry, what might your body do? I'm going to put she clenched her fists. She clenched her fists and jammed them onto her sides. So try to use quite powerful verbs here of clenched and jammed. Okay, just to bring our writing up. Okay, and how might her voice sound if she's angry? Maybe you could do a voice now, an angry voice. What's an angry voice like? So I'm going to put she growled at me through clenched teeth. I like that word. I'm going to use clenched again. Okay, if I was doing my writing properly, I might change one of these words so we have different synonyms, different adjectives. Okay, let's look at the next one. It was hot. Again, bit basic. We can show it's hot without saying it was hot. So how about, instead of it was hot, we could have the sun was causing. Well, if it's hot, what might the sun cause? You could have the sun was causing my ice cream to melt. The sun was causing the lady's skin to get progressively redder and redder. There's lots of things you could have for that one. Okay, let's look at this sentence. It was windy. Again, this is just telling me how can we show it's windy. So if you think, what happens when it's windy outside? So for me, this is a good example. I'm going to put the umbrella was totally bent. Was totally bent out of shape. That often happens in the wind. Right, next one. Bob was sad to see Rosie leave. Oh, poor Bob. Bob was sad to see Rosie leave. Okay, so how can we show Bob was sad? How can we show Rosie leaving? We don't know how she's leaving at the moment. So let's have a go with that. How about Bob watched Rosie, how's she leaving? I'm going to put board the train, blinking back the tears, threatening to cascade down his cheeks. So let's read that sentence. Bob watched Rosie board the train, blinking back the tears, threatening to cascade down his cheeks. So again, instead of just saying Bob was sad, we've shown this, we've implied this through the fact that he's trying to hold back the tears. He's trying not to cry as he's watching Rosie leave on the train. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's bring that down, it's a bit easier. It was hot in the middle of the day. Okay, so again, instead of saying it was hot, we can show how it's hot. Okay, so let's have a go. Let's go back to our friend Bob. Bob ran the back of his hand over his brow. Wiping sweat from his eyes. Wiping sweat from his eyes. And if it's really hot, you might do this, squinting at the noonday sun. So instead of you telling me it was hot in the middle of the day, we have shown now Bob ran the back of his hand over his brow, wiping sweat from his eyes and squinting at the noonday sun. Okay, so we are showing that it was all of these things instead of actually just telling the reader. So it is now over to you. I want you to have a go yourself at using the show, don't tell technique, or show, not tell technique next time you write a descriptive piece of writing, because this is a really easy way just to get you thinking and get you to simply improve your writing. Just want to say big thank you to all those children that have been sending and emailing your teachers fantastic pieces of writing. I've been really impressed with my Year 6s who have written some amazing quality pieces of writing, fantastic stories. So this is just something that we can all try and do in our writing just to make it that little bit better. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.